What's up, everybody? It's HorrorDeconstruction. You can find us on HorrorDeconstruction, and HorrorDeconstruction, which is Tumblr, Twitter, Facebook, as well as Instagram. Because I fucked that up. With your host, Comp.
Construction.
As well as...
Plot.
From horrorhorror.tumblr.com. And today's film is...
Dead and Buried, 1981.
Dead and Buried, 1981. Oh, excuse me. A suspense horror film set in a small coastal town where, after a series of gory murders committed by mobs of townspeople against visiting tourists, the corpses begin to come back to life. Directed by Gary Sherman, written by Jeff Millar, Alex Stern, and some other people, starring James Farentino, Melody Anderson, Jack Albertson. Hey, it's Thea's time of the month, so she picked this film, and boy, oh boy, do I regret asking her. Anyway,
that's right.
So
he always regrets.
Theo, why did you pick Dead and Buried?
Buried. Well, I was trying to find 1980s horror movies that I had not seen yet, and this was one of them.
Wow.
Oh.
I looked up a bunch, so I'm going
to. I hadn't seen it either.
You couldn't look up a couple other ones before this? Oh, I'm sorry. Just kidding. Go ahead, Thea.
I also looked up other ones. I've never seen Critters, and that's also on my list.
Wow, really? Interesting.
That's
so.
Right.
Thea, they're making a new Critters series for Go 90, so it'll be a streaming.
Fuck off.
What? What? I'm serious. They are. They're making a new series for Go 90 is a. What do you want from my life? I'm not lying. I listened to you know that director, the guy who directed Part 2. He has his own podcast. He directed the Shining remake on television, and Postmortem is the name of the podcast, and he was having a Critters 2 reunion, and he said that they're making no series for the guys who made.
This is fascinating. Here's the best part. Talk about Dead and
Wait, I gotta tell Thea.
Nick Garris.
Because then here's the best part, Thea. It's being done by these guys who did Zombievers. So
great.
I don't know.
So it's gonna be hot garbage.
Yeah,
hey, listen.
So is Critters though.
Zombiever had some hot chicks in it, and I think there was a Thea lookalike in there too. So good for them.
No.
Anyway, Thea, give us the gist of Dead and Buried.
The gist of Dead and Buried is that we follow a cop in a small town, and he's like, why are these people getting murdered? What is happening? But it also starts with
That's true.
The craziest first scene that I didn't understand crazy. What was happening. So with zero explanation, you're just like on a beach in a small town, and there's a photographer, and then all of a sudden there's a girl that walks up to him and is like hitting on him and is like,
it's like a scene out of the 60s. Yeah.
Because
I wish that could happen
to me. You're a fancy photographer, and he's like, sure. And then all of a sudden her top is off.
Yeah, she pulled out her.
Like, I don't understand what's happening.
She pulled out her oddly shaped dead titties. She pulled them right out.
That's right. And then 10 seconds later, he's being like choked out.
Here's the thing: when I was watching that scene, I was like, not only was it a dumb scene, this movie's dumb. But no, it's not dumb. Okay, I'll give it that. It's not dumb. I had seen two horrible movies before I saw this one, so it sort of affected my feeling on it. But I'm a nitpicker with some things, and it drove me nuts. It drove me nuts
boobs?
Besides that, no, because he pointed the camera at her face, but then what they do is they use a third perspective of a camera filming the movie. Right. So she's looking at him when he's shooting her face, and the camera is like
pretending to be his camera.
And I wanted to kill myself. And it's just like a nitpicker thing because I'm an editor, so it drives me nuts. And plus,
it was really annoying. I pointed.
What kind of camera would you look through that has that bizarre pattern? We could only see through the center.
Old timey weird ass camera.
Who fucking invented that camera? Get out of here. Anyway, so yes, it starts out with that, Thea. There's a lot of dead people in this film. So where does it go from there, Thea?
So from there, we see the sheriff come upon this scene, which basically that guy got burned alive.
That was a very cool shot when that corpse comes back alive, because you know what? That reminded me of Seven. It's almost the exact same shot from Seven when the guy's in the bed.
It was the cock butcher knife scene, right?
No, the guy.
No, the guy that's in the
bed.
I'm joking.
Come on.
What the fuck? Anyway,
I'm just thinking of the cock.
Here's the thing. This movie
I just wanted to mention the cock butcher knife scene. Relax.
I don't even remember what you're talking about. This movie has a lot of great special effects. It was Stan Winston that did the effects for this film, I believe.
Mm-hmm. And Dan O'Bannon wrote this.
Yeah, Dan O'Bannon wrote Return of the Living Dead, I believe.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, so I mean, it's okay writing for this film.
It's fun. It's very it's goofy on purpose. You know that.
I mean, it took itself way too.
As soon as you saw those boobs,
and also
you knew it was going to be good.
Can we talk about the fact that Grandpa Joe from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is?
Oh, is that him?
Mortician.
Oh, that's
Holy
funny.
shit!
I didn't realize that.
I recognized his. I watched that movie too much as a kid, so I recognized his voice instantly.
Oh my god!
I'll give you this. I've never seen that movie once, but I remember that old man.
You never seen really?
Nope, and I have no reason to watch it because
you should watch it.
Thea has seen it enough for me.
That's
no,
right. I saw it
watch it. It's wonderful.
I love
Come
it.
with me. Okay.
I will credit it with having some of the creepiest scenes in a kids movie.
The tunnel
I did
scene.
see that scene. I did see the boat scene.
There's a great Marilyn Manson version.
Yeah, the
of
Marilyn
that.
Manson video is pretty good for that too.
They're all creepy.
And Danny knows Marilyn Manson is the greatest live performer of all time. Now that he's seen him twice and
now that
twice.
I've had 2 failed concerts, yep.
Oh.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
It's frustrating.
Did you guys think that this movie was way too serious? Because Thea, you said you found there was humor to it, but I did not see that at all.
Well, I just meant that it was maybe
in an ironic way, you found it funny,
it's
or
80s, yeah. I feel like the way that some of those movies are goofy and 80s, and I feel like it makes sense that the person that wrote Return of the Living Dead was it Return of the Living Dead?
Yes.
Wrote this?
Yes.
Just because.
Yeah, and Total Recall.
Hey, that's pretty good.
I feel like, especially with the mortician character, he's very off the wall, and a lot of the stuff is very
Why was he such a fucking big muckety muck for a coroner?
I mean, the
strange,
scene where you see him remaking the corpse, you know something's wrong.
That's right.
What the fuck mortician does that?
Yeah, there's a lot.
I thought it was still
strange
playing
shit
when he was
going on.
remaking that corpse, which is a really good scene. I thought it was still playing that he had no idea what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
He also wrote Alien. Holy shit.
I mean, but Alien was rewritten so many times, so I don't know really
But
who got
still,
the final.
he had a connection to it.
Walter Hill, I think, worked on Alien too, so I'm not sure. But I mean, I don't know why I didn't fully love this movie. It has a great. It pulls a Shyamalan before Shyamalan with The Sixth Sense, and the fact that
Did I say his name? Shyamalan?
Did you see the twist coming at the very end? Him? His...
No.
I only caught it at the last 10 seconds, right before they did it.
I caught it when they showed the video of her.
Okay.
I didn't at all. I was completely surprised.
Because they don't show the person that she's doing it with, so it's okay, well, I wonder who it is.
You think he was more upset that
So that's
she was...
necrophilia. Does it count as necrophilia if it's 2 dead people?
No,
I think it's livophilia
just,
or something like
I
that.
think that's just philia.
I don't know.
Okay.
I didn't understand my dislike
Philia.
for this. Not that I disliked it, but I just wasn't I didn't give a shit watching the film, and I don't know why that is. I mean, technically it's a well done film, special effects wise.
Because you watched 2 other movies and you just hate it.
Could that really be the case though? Because you figured if you see a good movie after you,
I think you're just in a hateful mood lately.
Hate train.
get my red hat, MAGA. No, I don't understand. Because I think I'd have to watch this again, but I don't want to. I'd rather be thrown off a cliff by my lesbian lover. That's a reference to another film a couple months ago, or in the future. I can't tell whichever time this is coming out.
I don't know, somewhere.
But I like
somewhere in time.
The twist is pretty awesome for its time. I'm sure because it made me. I was misunderstanding when he couldn't tell that his wife was dead, pieces of her would fall off. Obviously, because his mind is wiped every other time to do it.
Right.
There's no real. The old man's reasoning for bringing back everybody to life. Yeah, just because I think he had a power trip, and he says, "Oh, nobody gets old anymore, nobody suffer," and that's what it is. And he liked the guy, and I'm like, that still doesn't make any sense.
No.
He reminded me of old Groucho Marx. It was just a weird fucking thing going on.
Do you think when he fucked his wife that bits of her vagina would break off and get stuck inside his urethra?
Very dry and dusty.
No, when you when you put a spoon inside a pancake mix, that's probably what it was like.
Or maybe it was just all embalming fluid,
Right.
I mean, okay, listen, this is going to be a really short episode. What did you guys...
But if it's embalming fluid, it would preserve his hardness.
You're going to be into that?
Thea?
What? What's happening?
What was the question, Alex? Repeat.
He's dead.
Well, me and you will keep talking. Let's talk about embalming fluid and vaginas.
The way that you can use it as lube, embalming fluid as lube. I feel like that's a...
I feel like if you had...
because I can.
If you... No, it's okay. Me and Thea kept talking, so you just keep going. We were saying, if you have erectile dysfunction and you have sex with someone who has embalming fluid in their vag, would it preserve your hardness?
You wouldn't be hard if you... Wait, what?
No, like your boner wouldn't go away because it'd be preserved.
What's great about this is that I haven't heard the last 30 seconds and I just caught to the part where somebody's talking about sex and I was like, yeah, Danny was talking about that. So...
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's okay.
There was nothing to catch up on. It's all gibberish.
If you hear this back, it's just going to be all embalming fluid.
This is the worst. This is the worst episode of all time. But what are the positives for you guys with this movie?
Willy Wonka. That's pretty cool. I didn't know that. Now I want to rewatch it.
Were there any standouts in the performance wise for you guys?
I mean, I loved Grandpa Joe, obviously.
Yeah, he was good. I mean,
I think the main cop guy was good.
Yeah, he was good. I mean, at the very end,
the main cop guy's reaction to finding out that his wife has been dead this whole time.
He was like, my God, oh God, Jesus, why I was just fucking these guys? I can't believe it. And I was like, oh, bro.
He turns into Tony Danza.
Wow, I just
was like, Angela. No, go ahead.
I just want to clip that and just watch it as like my coffee in the morning, you know?
It was like really over the top stage showy because he was like putting his hands on his face.
It was all reaction for 30 to 40 minutes.
And his hands, which have been totally normal the whole time, then he pulls them on screen and they look all busted up and fucked up. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, I guess being upset about your wife being a zombie makes your fingers turn into shit. I mean, if the doctor can program these people, like, why doesn't he just program saying, hey, you guys are dead but you're still alive, so just be chill, instead of putting this guy in his own mystery where he's putting himself in danger for himself?
I guess he just liked having fun fucking with the guy.
No, because he liked him, he said. That's why he gave him a wife.
I think
but he was a sicko.
He just loves being...
I mean, his idea of like is different than ours.
He loves marionettes.
All he wants to do is violate Willy Wonka's rules by drinking the burp fluid, and then he has to make himself burp to not get chopped up in a fan.
He got his golden ticket to run this
He pulled the golden ticket right out of one of those corpses' ass. I mean,
right out of his ass.
And then a somewhat young Robert Englund, who would be forced to be Freddy Krueger for the rest of his life, shows up in the movie.
Yeah, that was really cute.
That was interesting. I don't know.
Just like, hi.
Wait a second. I didn't
Shut
catch
up.
that.
Yeah.
He's one of the first guys in the movie.
It was great.
How did I not make this?
You need to watch this movie back, Danny.
No, I must.
You could have slept through the movie, like I wish I had. But I mean,
no, I paid attention. I somehow like didn't notice, or I didn't think about it. Or something.
I don't know. The movie was sort of bland to me. The effects is what drove the movie for me. Like especially when he's rebuilding that corpse and he opens up the eye and puts the eyeball in it and stuff like that.
Yeah, that was cool. It was like a sculpture. We got to watch
it was really well done. I didn't understand. Oh, then I guess it makes sense. No, when he puts the body on the slab, and then he like skins it, and there's no fucking blood on the slab. Like that made no sense to me. But then you can always go,
he built them from scratch, I guess.
Yeah, because I guess you can say they sucked the blood out of the body, but I mean, there's got to be. I mean, it's a fucking corpse.
Yeah, they do suck it out, and also when you die, your blood congeals into a delicious, putty.
Putty. Pudding, right?
A delicious pudding.
I don't know.
Squeeze it out.
I'm like grasping at straws. I really don't have much to say about this film other than I had a.
I know. I thought it was fun.
I
thought it was.
What
fun.
did you guys think of the cameras?
That's
what was the deal with taking the pictures?
I fully do not know.
Wait! I need for
funny.
this to be explained to me. Why did they mutilate the corpses?
Okay. I guess to give the guy something to build back up. That's pretty much what he said,
he does it. Oh, so he can make it as best as possible.
But also
he likes the challenge.
They alluded
right.
to doing.
That's so stupid.
There was that. There was definitely that. But they also alluded to like the voodoo rituals or whatever. Remember?
Right. Yeah.
Teaching the class about it, and they're like, they cut out the hearts and stuff, and they have to die violent deaths or something. I can't remember. Something like that.
So where's that guy's heart? The mastermind.
Oh God!
Because he gets shot and he's still. He comes back to life.
I think he was dying.
Remove his heart.
He was dying, and
he was dying.
That was the first time he was going to die.
He hadn't removed his heart.
I don't know.
See, listen, the more you talk about it, you into my side.
I liked the movie a lot, except for the end. Because I felt like they needed a bigger.
Really?
I just felt like they not the reveal. Just I feel like they needed a bigger out. Like I was hoping that the cop would like set fire to the town or something.
Right, that would have been.
I actually loved the.
I thought it would be perfect. Sort of like I thought it was going to be some Lovecraft sort of thing where people are they're killing them for some old monster, some shit like that. I thought that's what it was. Yeah. I wasn't sure, but I guess it's okay that it goes against expectations. Because if
imagine the old man is keeping his heart in his butt.
Oh man, we should just go right into ratings. I can't take this episode anymore. I can't wait to not edit this. Thea, what rating would you give this film?
I'm gonna give it 7 Grandpa Joes turning a town into meat puppets out of 10.
That was a good band, Meat Puppets.
Because it was. I liked it. I thought it was a fun 80s movie with an ending that I didn't love. I feel like the ending could have been bigger, but other than that, it was fun.
I didn't find it fun, so I gave it I thought it looked good. I think it was shot really well. It was goofy and over the top, but I don't know. I'm saying the fault is on my end on watching this film,
you're in
so
a shitty mood.
So I give it a 6 out of 10. 2 dead people fucking. Danny, I didn't hear what you said, so I'm just gonna leave it. But Danny, what do you?
I'm gonna give it an 8 because I liked it. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10.
Something racist.
Standing on an open beach, taking pictures of a nude woman, and impossibly people just pop out of the sand and kill you. Somehow, an entire town snuck up on you on the open land, and you didn't notice.
Could you imagine?
Happen when you're staring at boobs.
Could you imagine? You're like I know they really did not see 20 people walking up to them. It's very crazy.
He's staring through a camera. He's right there. They're on the beach.
He only has one eye open when he's looking through a camera.
It's like your depth perception disappears in this area. Right. What the hell is it?
Yeah, you don't have peripherals. But the thing is, the first guy that got him popped up between him and the girl. They were 5 feet from each other. He's staring at her. How did he not see the guy? Was he crawling on the ground?
You understand my problems now with this movie? God, Lord. Thea, what's the final word?
I had fun. Blarg.
Denny, what's the final word?
Muddy ibuprofen.
What?